So I thought it'd be quite a good idea this week if we started having a little look at how we can pummel it a little bit further off the tee. The player Bryson DeChambeau is in the news at the minute about what he's tried to do physically to help him hit the ball further. And honestly, I think an extra 20 yards off the tee is probably the single way, or the easiest way, if you like, of lowering your scores. An extra 20 yards means that you're hitting into the green at least 2 clubs less with more loft, which means you're going to be more accurate. You're more accurate with your 9-iron than your 7-iron. So if we can get some extra yardage off the tee, then that's all well and good. It's only going to help. So what I thought we'd do this week is we'll do some TrackMan stuff a little bit later on, but then I thought it'd be quite a good idea just to talk about some numbers that you can maybe check yourself when you're using the top tracer on the driving range. And a key number is the launch angle, the height that the ball leaves the ground. And with the driver, you're looking for somewhere really between 12 and 14 degrees of loft is a good number to work at. So launch angle about 12 to 14 degrees. And then we don't want a tremendous amount of spin on the golf ball. The spin's going to keep the ball up and in the air, so when it lands, it comes down on too steep of a descent. So we've got a launch angle, somewhere between 12 and 14 degrees. And then we want a landing angle with the driver around about 30 to 35 degrees. Okay, that'll be useless with an iron. We'll talk about that in another video. So launching 12 to 14, coming down somewhere between 30 and 35 degrees. And a good way to try and do that is to get the correct angle of attack. Now the angle of attack is just that. It's the angle that the club's traveling at as it makes contact with the ball. Is the club going downwards or is the club going upwards? And I'm going to say for the majority of club golfers, and I'm going to stick my neck on the line and say if your club head speed is 100 miles an hour or slower, then to really maximize your distance, you definitely need this club catching the ball on the rise, okay, with a slightly upward attack angle. On the LPGA Tour, where the average club head speed with the driver is 94 miles an hour, the average angle of attack is 3 degrees up, okay? So to try and encourage that, a great little drill you can do, get your bag towel, okay, and just fold it over a couple of times so it just makes a bit of a sort of a wedge shape like so. And then just put it in front of the golf ball about a club head size and just sort of tuck it up and over. And just having that obstacle there is going to help you get into the idea of the club feeling like it's rising coming through the hit, so we can get this higher launch, keeping the spin off, and then that way we can get the desired landing angle. Normal setup, we'll get the ball up and inside of that left heel. And again, like we spoke about previously, let's keep the club shaft straight up and out towards us. Whatever you do, don't lean this thing backwards. And then just concentrate from there on feeling that the club gets lower to the ground earlier prior to impact and then is rising up through the hit. And we'll talk more about this this week as we go along. Let's just see if we can show you when you've got some stuff to start working on. Not too bad, that one. Okay, so we want to launch 12-14. We want a landing angle around about 30 to 35 degrees. This is a great drill. Give it a go. If I suddenly start seeing loads of towels and water bottles over the end of the driving range, I'll know you're not doing it too good.